and welcome back to a rapid deep dive on Docker. This is part 5 video installing Docker and CentOS. So we will install Docker on CentOS running on Oracle VirtualBox, and I will show you where to go and download this CentOS from the web, and then let us install CentOS using Vagrant. I'm not going to download it and I'm not going to install because that will take time. It's a time consuming. In the interest of time, I would like to just use the existing instance of CentOS, and I'll show you how to install Docker. And then, as I already mentioned, we will check the versions, and then if time permits, we will compare the versions between Docker Ubuntu and Docker on CentOS, right? So let me quickly go to my website, and this is the website. Just go to centos.org, and there is an a big orange button. Just go ahead and then click on this button, and then you will find three different versions of it. One is ISO DVD, the other one is everything ISO, and then minimal ISO. So I would prefer you to just go ahead and then download this version. And if I'm right, I mean the download size is around 3.25, or I don't know. Let us click on here. This is the version, and choose the country. So just go ahead and then simply download it, right? So now I'm going to use my Vagrant using my command simply. So I think I've already done it. Sent cd sent, yes, this is the version, and then CLS Vagrant file is also already there. So I'm going to just give Vagrant up. The Vagrant is a pretty much a straightforward tool which will help us to bring up any virtual machine quickly, like anything. So I see 50% of the installation is already been completed. So rather than if I download it, I'll have to wait until the download, and then I'll have to install the complete end-to-end package. So it is just a fresh. This is a capture of, it's an image. I mean, it captured, we captured the fresh installation of CentOS 7.1.1503 version, and then I captured it and put it on the Vagrant. So it is there in my Vagrant, and the Vagrant will also give us a Vagrant file. So with the help of that, it will start installing. See, now the system is now up and running, right? So if you want to know more about it, I have one more video on Vagrant. Just go ahead and have a look at it. So let us give us some time for the system. Let it boot for the first time. Now it is booting. Yes, it has come up. So now I have my CentOS up and running here, right? So so what exactly we are going to do it now? Here is right. So the Vagrant command is also completed out here, and then our system is also up and running, right? So I'm going to say clear here, sorry, CLS here, and then I'm going to come here. So we are on our new CentOS box, right? And we are going to simply install. And please make a note, this CentOS is a community edition of your Red Hat. So Red Hat always uses your yum command for installation, right? Yum. So use this, clear. So I'm going to use yum, normally used to give su. So it is always better to go to administrator or root privileged control, so that you can or else you'll have to give sudo for all the commands which you are executing it here. So this, we are already in the administrator root privilege account. So I'm going to install now yum install Docker. That's it. So this will take some time, I think. I mean, since it is a first time, and secondly, there are some package indexes also to be updated, because this is the older version, 7.1.15.03. So let it take some time. I'll keep it in pause. Then once it is completed, then I will come back to you. So we are installing Docker on CentOS now. So I'm keeping the video on pause. I'll come back once it is coming up and running. Right. The system is now up and running. The Docker is installed completely on CentOS. So now we are going to check the versions of Docker. Like I'm just clearing it and then check Docker -v. See the version. I could see the difference between the Docker in Ubuntu and then Docker in CentOS. I think in Ubuntu it is 1.6.0 or 2, if I'm right. I think 1.6.2, but here it is 1.12.6. And now one more command which is Docker version. It will give you the daemon. Yes. Now it is 1.12.6 to 1.24. And then 1.12, I think something is not running. So let us check whether Docker is running or not. System status Docker service. But I think Docker is disabled. Okay, let us do one thing. Let us start Docker. Yes, now we will execute status. Yeah, now it is active. So now if you run this command, you see you have two versions. One is daemon, the other one is client. So it's 1.12.6, but wherein in Ubuntu it is 1.6.2, if I'm right. And then Go also there is a difference. I mean it is 1.7 here and there. I think 1.2. I couldn't remember this. Let us open that and then let us check that. Now these are the two different command, and then very important command for us is Docker info. I think we need to use more. Okay. See, in a number of containers, zeros running, zeros passed. So if you could see one significant difference in comparison with Ubuntu, which is, in Ubuntu storage driver is AUFS, right? And here it is device mapper. And this is one of the predominant difference between these two. And the whole intention behind this complete video is to show this particular piece with you. So I think the storage driver is device mapper, and then the previous one is in Ubuntu, it is AUFS. And then we will see this. I mean, what is this difference? Is there anything that does it make it in day-to-day Docker's functionality? No is the answer. But what is the difference? I will let you know again. I mean, during that section comes up, right? So I think so far we have seen how to deploy Docker, how to install in Ubuntu, how to install Docker on Ubuntu, and then install CentOS, and how to install Docker on CentOS. Now we'll see how to update Docker to the latest version in Ubuntu. And then because CentOS, this is just for showing you the storage driver difference, and then beyond that we are not going to use this. But in case if you create some or if you migrate an application which we are going to create it in Ubuntu, which we will migrate it to CentOS, and then we will see it from here. So those kind of things we will do it here. But our predominant client version is Ubuntu. So Ubuntu we are going to use, and we are going to see all demos as well. Okay. So now I think so far we have seen how to do this installation of Docker as well as operating system, Ubuntu and CentOS, and then we'll seen the basic commands of Docker -v, Docker info, and Docker version. So these are the three information, and then we have seen lib container, and then we have seen the file system difference between these two operating system, and that's it. And I think this is the end of this particular video. Until next time.